In 1884, Angelo Moriondo patented a steam-driven machine in Turin for the instantaneous preparation of coffee. Imprecise, hard to control, and nobody outside Italy noticed. 140 years later, the method born from that machine is the most engineered way to brew coffee on Earth and the foundation of global cafe culture. What happened in between is a story of Italian obsession, one breakthrough that changed the cup forever, and a history hiding inside every espresso you've ever ordered. Traditional brewing methods could not keep pace with the fast rhythm of urban life. For busy hotels and crowded cafes, waiting several minutes for a single pot of coffee created a severe business bottleneck. Solving this problem required heavy industrial engineering. This early apparatus was a giant stationary boiler wrapped in copper pipes, valves, and manual release levers. By using steam pressure to force hot water directly through a large bed of coffee grounds, the system aimed to serve dozens of patrons at once during peak hours. Reports from the city's premier exhibition suggest the design succeeded in bulk, yet it faced a fundamental engineering limitation. The machine brewed large quantities simultaneously, bypassing the need for individual cups. This early pressure-assisted method solved the issue of volume, but the challenge of serving a single fresh cup to one customer at a time remained unresolved. In 1901, a Milanese mechanic named Luigi Bezzera patented a solution that redesigned the brewing workflow for individual service. Bezzera scaled down the massive boiler concept, introducing a dedicated brew group that directed hot water toward a specific portion of packed coffee. His key mechanical innovation was the removable portafilter, a metal handle holding a small basket of coffee grounds that could be quickly loaded, locked into the machine, and cleaned after each cup. Recognizing the commercial potential of this single-serve system, entrepreneur Desiderio Pavoni acquired Bezzera's patents in 1903. By 1905, Pavoni began manufacturing the Ideale, initiating the first commercial production of espresso machines. These early systems relied entirely on steam pressure inside a central boiler, operating at about 1 to 2 bars of force. When the barista opened a manual valve, the steam pressure pushed hot water directly through the coffee bed. While this slashed prep times, it created a severe thermodynamic trade-off. Generating sufficient steam pressure required keeping the boiler extremely hot, meaning the water entering the grounds often scorched them. This steam-driven method achieved rapid service, but the resulting extraction remained highly inconsistent, bitter, and difficult to control. The arrival of rapid, single-cup preparation reshaped the physical space of the Italian cafe. Instead of sitting at tables waiting for slow infusions, customers gathered directly at the counter. The bar became a stage of choreographed motion. Baristas worked in a continuous cycle, quickly dosing coffee, locking the portafilter into place, releasing the steam valve, and resetting the station. This rapid process matched the accelerating pace of early 20th century cities. Workers, artists, and travelers paused at the bar to stand, sip, and exchange brief words before returning to their day. Drinking coffee became a brief social punctuation mark rather than a drawn-out leisure activity, linking a highly personal habit with a shared public ritual. Yet, as patrons grew accustomed to this immediate service, they also began demanding a more balanced, controlled cup, forcing a new pursuit of temperature and extraction quality. Milanese cafe operator and mechanic Achille Gaggia set out to bypass the limitations of steam-driven extraction. In daily service, steam-driven boilers scorched the coffee grounds and produced bitter, thin brews. Gaggia sought a method that used hot water under mechanical force rather than steam pressure. On September 5, 1938, he patented the Lampo mechanism, a design that used water pressure to extract the coffee. By 1945, Gaggia incorporated a spring-loaded piston operated by a manual lever. When the barista pulled the lever, it compressed a heavy internal spring, allowing hot water to enter the group head. Upon release, the spring drove the piston downward, forcing water through the packed grounds at 8 to 10 bars of pressure. This mechanical action forced the coffee's natural oils into an emulsion, creating a dense golden brown foam. Because customers were accustomed to dark, clear coffee, Gaggia carefully marketed this new, unfamiliar layer as Café Crema to associate it with high quality. This technical design shifted the barista's role from simple valve turner to skilled craftsman who controlled the extraction through physical timing, lever release, and flow rate. Under Gaggia's system, espresso evolved from coffee brewed quickly into a completely distinct beverage with a clear visual and sensory identity. However, this high-pressure extraction still relied heavily on manual labor, leaving the challenge of automation and scale for future workshops to solve. Caffe roasts its coffee beans on what the brand states is the world's oldest operational coffee roaster, a German-built cast-iron machine dating back to 1896. Rather than resting as a museum piece, this historic roaster functions daily in their Washington workshop as a working tool. Caffe uses authentic wood firing to heat the drum, a traditional roasting method connecting material craftsmanship with classic rich flavor profiles that mass production cannot replicate. Once roasted, the beans undergo a swift roast-to-kin process using vintage vacuum canning equipment designed to minimize oxygen exposure. The brand promises this zero-oxygen packaging method seals in peak freshness from the moment of roasting, inviting coffee lovers to taste the history. To experience this wood-fired process and order fresh roasted coffee today, visit www.pulcaffe.com. With these traditional roasting methods preserving the coffee's integrity, the broader development of espresso technology moves forward from manual levers toward the era of automated electric pumps. The spring-loaded lever brought high pressure and Crema to the cup, but it left a final, physical bottleneck unsolved. The extraction still depended entirely on human muscle. Pulling heavy levers hundreds of times a day caused severe operator fatigue, meaning the quality of the coffee often declined as the shift wore on. In 1961, Milanese manufacturer Faema released a landmark commercial design that solved this labor problem, the Faema E61. The primary advancement of the E61 was the integration of an electric volumetric pump, which replaced manual force as the source of extraction pressure. This motorized system delivered a steadier pressure curve that hit a qualified 9-bar benchmark. To support temperature stability during continuous service, the machine introduced thermosiphon circulation. This loop moved heated water from a heat exchanger through the heavy brass brew group, ensuring the temperature remained stable even during peak hours. Because the electric pump did the heavy work, multiple group heads could now be mounted to a single machine, allowing the barista to prepare several drinks at once without exhausting lever actions. With physical strain removed, the barista's craft shifted away from raw strength toward precise workflow management, adjusting the grind, weighing the dose, tamping evenly, and timing the extraction. Training new staff became far simpler, and drink consistency no longer fluctuated with the barista's physical stamina. This transformation dramatically increased the hourly capacity of busy cafes, turning the espresso machine into a reliable, scalable commercial system that could easily be exported to any city in the world. During the late 20th century, this newly exportable technology traveled alongside waves of Italian migration. Immigrants carrying their native espresso habits, commercial machinery, and neighborhood cafe customs established fresh outposts across Northern Europe, North America, and Australia. In cities like Melbourne and London, traditional diaspora bars served as the initial footholds, introducing local patrons to the unfamiliar, crema-topped drink. As these machines integrated into new societies, the fast-paced Italian counter-ritual underwent a profound cultural translation. In North America, the rapid standing service model shifted toward a spacious, seated environment designed for long visits and social gatherings. Within these expanding cafe networks, the concentrated espresso shot became the versatile base for milk-heavy menus. Lattes and cappuccinos introduced espresso-based drinks to a vast public that had previously known only drip or instant coffee, turning the beverage into an everyday lifestyle choice. Across the Pacific, Japan adapted the technology to fit its own rich coffee heritage. Within the quiet, slow-paced environment of traditional Kisaten coffee houses, masters integrated espresso systems with an existing dedication to precise, equipment-driven standards. This approach treated each cup with the quiet focus of a refined culinary art form. By the end of the 1990s, these global networks had completely decentralized espresso from its Mediterranean birthplace. This worldwide availability created an ongoing tension in the modern marketplace, positioning espresso as both a mass-produced high-speed commodity and a highly technical craft that invited renewed, intense attention to roasting and extraction quality. In the early years of the 21st century, a new movement redefined coffee as an artisanal agricultural product rather than a simple morning stimulant. This era brought a sharp focus to bean origin, sustainability, farm traceability, and lighter roasting styles that revealed the distinct characteristics of individual microclimates. Baristas moved away from purely intuitive brewing, replacing guesswork with scientific measurement. Modern espresso preparation relies on precise parameters, matching the exact grind size with a weighed dose, calculating liquid yield, and controlling extraction times down to the second. Digital technology integrated directly into this craft. Prosumer and commercial machines now use proportional integral derivative or PID controllers to maintain stable water temperatures within a fraction of a degree. Programmable pumps allow baristas to adjust pressure profiles throughout a single extraction, mimicking the gentle pre-infusion of historic lever designs before ramping up to the standard 9 bars. This professionalization gained formal recognition in the year 2000 with the launch of the World Barista Championship, changing the role of the counter server into a recognized culinary career. Simultaneously, compact domestic machines brought this technical control into home kitchens, turning daily preparation into a personal ritual. Every cup served today carries this history. A simple espresso order represents a chain of human effort, stretching from the agricultural practices of smallholder farms to the calculations of the modern barista. The beverage remains a study in contrasts, an intense concentration of flavor prepared in moments, built on a foundation of engineering and craftsmanship that continues to evolve. Today, espresso remains a beautiful collision of industrial engineering and human connection. As our world accelerates, this highly precise ritual forces us to slow down, if only for a single sip, proving that some traditions are worth perfecting. What does your daily coffee ritual mean to you? Let us know in the comments.